YouTube, welcome back. Today, I want to talk about what really happens when you get in shape, right? When you get lean. So, before I tell you what happens, let me tell you about how I started. When I first started working out, I was very out of shape. I was chubby. I had everyone thought I was in shape, right? Because I had a shirt on, right? And I had a big chest and a big back, and everyone thought I was in shape. But in reality, when I took my shirt off, I had man boobs, and I didn't have a good physique at all. I was out of shape, like a fucking milkshake pudding, Milton. I looked terrible. Without my shirt, I looked terrible. With my shirt, I looked okay. I looked like I went to the gym sometimes, right? But when you go to the gym and when you hit the gym 5 days a week, right? And you eat right and you do cardio and you sleep right, you will get lean. You will become the best version of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And once you get lean, you will realize everything you told yourself, oh, I don't have the discipline, I don't have the genetics, I don't have the money for the right products to get ripped, I don't have anything. You start to realize everyone else is telling themselves the same thing. I realize that since now I'm lean and I'm in shape, right? That when people talk to me about their struggles, it's like I'm talking to my past self. It's like I'm talking to the past version of myself, and I know the answers. I know how to get through it. I know what advice to give you, but the other person isn't going to implement that into their life. When you get lean, other people will start to make comments, right? They're not going to be rude. They're going to make comments. Oh, you think you're so, you think you're good looking, you think you're in shape, you think, you know, you think you're that guy, right? And keep in mind when you're lean, you're still working on yourself. So, to give you an example, my mindset every day is just to do the best I can, to be a good person. And other people, their opinions, assumptions, and thoughts about who I am and who I think, they mirror that onto me. And they will say, "Oh, Roman thinks he's fucking, you know, Roman's fucking 6 foot. He's Latino. He has nice curly hair. He has a good beard. He looks good. He has muscles. He must think that he's better than us, right? He must think that we're fucking lower than him." And that's not how I think. I do think I use my potential way more than you, 1000%. But I know if you did the exact thing I did, you would be exactly in my position or better if you have better genetics than me. So my thing is, once you get lean, people's insecurities, right? People will start talking to you and you will realize they're not talking about you. They're talking about their own limited beliefs, their own insecurities. And in their head, they think they're talking to you. But your self awareness is so high in depth, you understand that person is talking about themselves. That person is struggling. That person needs help. And for me, I realized when I started getting shape, really lean, that in public, people will look at me a lot more. I feel like when I'm in public, it's like everyone looks at me. Like I'm not saying all eyes on me, but I'm saying because I'm lean and I look good, people are looking at me. They are, and I know this and I'm aware of it. They judge me. They give me, ugly looks. Some people like it, some people don't like it. And that's something that you have to deal with when you get lean and when you raise your standards. So you have to understand that once you get lean, you're not gonna. No one's gonna throw you a party. Oh, Roman got lean. Let's throw him a party. Roman reached his goals. Let's throw Roman a party. That's not going to happen. It's the opposite. It's Roman got lean. Let's not invite him to the party. It's Roman got lean. Let's not talk to him anymore. Oh, Roman got lean. Let's be disrespectful to him a little bit more. Let's downplay him a little bit more. Roman got lean. Let's not act like he's lean. Let's not act like he's that guy. Let's act like he's something like us or worse than us. And for me, it's kind of like, damn, bro, like when you do your best to be the best version of yourself and to be a good human being, everyone hates that. Because everyone is living in their own personal hell. They think, oh, since I live in my own hell, I don't like that. Roman found peace. When you get lean, you find peace within yourself. When you're a man and when you stick to your word and you focus on yourself, you find peace. You find fulfillment. As men, we're simple. Gym, easy, simple food, funny TV shows, sports, hanging out with those cool friends, maybe having a dog, going fishing. That's all we need to be happy and fulfilled. So you need to understand when you're lean, everything will change. To you, it may be a good change or a bad change. Maybe your awareness, maybe your belief within yourself isn't as strong. Because when you get lean, your identity changes. Your identity goes from, because once you get into the gym and you get lean, it's a battle of the identity. Your old identity wants you to be the same, but your desired identity is calling you. So when you get lean, it's a battle of identities. Are you gonna be who you used to be, or are you gonna be true and stick to your word and be that new identity? Because you can't be two identities at once. You have to kill that old identity, that old version of yourself that you don't like, and to walk into the new identity over and over and over, day by day by day. Take challenges. You have to understand that you only live once. So are you gonna be living and be fat and broke your one life you get? Or are you gonna step up and realize, you know what? I have one life. I might as well get lean. I might as well get rich. I might as well be a better person. I might as well be alone and work on myself. Because there's been years, and I'm pretty sure you can relate to this. There's been years of you doing things that you thought you liked, and it's not fulfilling. It's not working. You don't look how the way you want to look. Your life is a mess or it's terrible, and you don't really like yourself like that, and people don't respect you. So you have to make a decision. Who do you want to be? What identity do you want to be? And are you willing? This is the most important question. What identity do you want to be? And are you willing to embody that identity every day? And then make a new identity. Life is a game of identity. How can you better your identity and your self-awareness every day? That's the game of life. That's how you win at life. So as a man, realize you have a free will to choose what identity and version of yourself you want to be. The decision is, can you stick to it? Can you better it? Or are you going to be a victim and do absolutely nothing with your life? Because let me remind you, when you were a little boy, you were fulfilled. When you were a little boy, you had all these dreams. When you were a little boy, you didn't care what anyone thought about you. When you were a little boy, you were happy and at peace with God. When you were a little boy, you wanted to be like those lean, rich people you see on TV, or when you were a little boy, you were able to imagine and dream and desire and go after what you want. So let me tell you something. Why are you not doing that? Why are you letting this identity, this old, grumpy, bitter identity to take over you? Kill that identity and realize who the fuck you are. Because let me tell you something. The best decision I've made was to get lean and to work on myself, within myself, to be intentional and to be more childlike, to be more kid-like. You have to understand, once you change, the change is permanent. I can't go back to my old identity. I can't. Even if I tried to go back to my old identity, I couldn't. I couldn't. Because I stayed true to my new identity for years. Even when I struggled to stick to this new identity, now I can't go back. Now all I know is my new identity and how to improve my identity and how to improve my life. So this video is for you. Make sure you pick and make sure you sit down with yourself and you talk to yourself and you anchor yourself in the present moment and ask yourself, who am I? Who do I want to be? What do I do every day? How do I act every day? With the people that see me every day, how do they see me? What do they see me doing? Prepare for the war in your mind. Because it's just identity versus identity. Because everyone else, I'm telling you, you do know how many times men and women try to tear me out of my identity? How many men and women try to be disrespectful on purpose, or, and sometimes I want to hurt them, you feel me? Because I'm capable of hurting them. But I'm so self-aware that that person is hurt. That person is fucked. Their mindset is fucked. There's something in their mind. They're not even in control. Their emotions, their negative emotions are in control of them. Because I can tell you so many times how many men I would love to beat the fuck up. But I already know every day they're beating themselves up in their mind every day. Are you doing that to yourself? It's not worth it. My thing is, if I can get lean, if I can change my life, so can you. Take this as I am the future version of yourself. Brother, it's worth it. It's so fucking worth it. I will never go back. I will never go back. And I hope you make the fucking decision to go and do whatever you want. Because in the present moment, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Be whoever you want. anchor in your power and realize that and do that shit, bro. I'm talking to you. You may be my past self. You may be my future self. I don't care who the fuck you are. You can do whatever you want in this life. And I don't want you to give up. I want you to keep going, and I want you to show everyone who the fuck you are. Because you haven't showed anyone who you are or what you're capable of since you were a little kid. I want to see that kid again. You want to see that kid again. So let's come out and let's have the best life that we can. Thank you for watching the video, because I want you to understand you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to stop you. You can only stop yourself. Don't let anyone in this world stop you. It's your old identity versus the new one. All you have to do is beat that identity. Create a new identity that can handle the new identity and what comes with that new identity. And I promise you, you'll be on top of the world. God bless you guys.